Shalom to the elect of Israel. Alright, this is a question answer video. Alright, because there's a comment on the comment board from the brother Chazak Israel. Alright, and basically he asked, or he said, alright, Shalom, thank you for the video. Good to know that there will be no condoms in the new kingdom. Alright, so I guess you watched the elder apostles and so on. Alright. But it is a sin for us to wear condoms right now, or no? So it's not a sin, alright, if you wear condoms right now, alright? But I will go on to that with scriptures, alright? Also, is it a sin for us to pull out? And that's also not a sin, alright? But we go to a point that it can be actually a bad case for you, alright, if she gets pregnant, alright? Because this time where we go now into, alright, you don't want to have, you don't want to make kids right now, alright? There's no reason to do that, alright? So you have to be careful, of course, alright? But, of course, it's not a sin, alright? Because, Yahweh is not, he don't want, his people, to don't have fun or something, alright? And if you marry it, alright, it's all about, uh, you know, basically you can let loose, so to speak, alright? That's what it's about in marriage, alright? Actually, alright. But let's check that, alright? I know the scriptures say to be fruitful and multiply, alright? So that's the first reason, alright? And you always have to keep in mind in what time we're in, right? So, of course, you don't want to make, it's not that necessary at the moment, alright, to have, small kids or even when they, when they get a little bit older, alright, it's not that good in these days, alright. So would these things serve as a sin today, alright? And basically, the answer is no, alright. Both things are completely according to the law, alright. But let's get it. 1 Corinthians 7:4. The wife had no power over of her own body, but the husband, Salak. And likewise also the husband had no power of his own body but the wife, alright? This is basically telling you, alright, that if you're married, that's, another reason why you're married. Marriage, according to the law, is actually sex, alright? Even today, alright, because we don't need Esau to, to write something, alright, to, to basically go into a marriage, alright? We don't need Esau for that, alright? Especially when it's coming really to these times, alright, where maybe women will cleave onto you, alright? So you don't want it, of course, alright? Because it's not the law also, alright? And that's basically the reason, alright? And likewise, also the husband had no power of his own body but the wife. Basically, that means, alright, if your wife wants to have sex, alright, you have to give it to her, alright? But not when it's her period, alright? Because if you sleep with her on her period, you basically sin, alright? So keep that in mind, alright? If you do it, alright, do it not on her period, because she is unclean at her period, alright? And you can, you can even, go in the law, alright, read about it a little bit, alright? Because even when she's in a period, alright, you want to make sure, alright, that you're not on the same bed with her, alright, in these days, alright. And that's basically also science, alright, because let's say she has her period like 3 or 7 days, alright. Let's say, for example, alright, 6 days, okay. basically these 6 days where you don't can sleep with her, all right, the time when you can actually sleep with her again, all right, so after that 6 days is actually really better, all right, so the Torah is already showing you, all right, that everything is just perfectly laid out, all right, from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, of course, all right, because, common people don't get that, all right, they think like, 6 days no sex, all right, that's how, that's nonsense, or, you know, they have this animal thinking, right? But we try to get to that perfect understanding, all right, of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and what he what he wants to say, all right. So if you think about it, and even if you try it, all right, you will see that after 6 days, all right, when period is over, all right, and you can go all into it again, all right, it's way better, man, all right, it's way better because you did a break, all right, and now it's like 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 you're new to the staying, so to speak, all right, or something like that, all right. It's or the first time, the first sex, or what you can't have, what you had with her, or something, all right. It's just experience, all right. And I even suggest that to people who don't keep the keep the Torah, all right. So but they don't have any clue, all right. And that's basically the point, all right? So you basically can't say, like, nah, I don't sex you today, all right, because, I'm not in the mood or something, all right? Nah, man, all right, because if you married her, all right, if you sexed her, all right, first time, so you married to her, all right, you know what I mean, okay, according to the law, and uh, you know you basically agree to the point that you can't have control anymore over your body, okay. That's basically the point where you agreed on, all right. The same goes for the woman again, all right, like it's written here, all right. She has no power over her body, all right, because if you want to sex her, all right, she has to uh, agree or something like that, all right. Or she can't do anything about it, all right. This is First Corinthians 7 and 9. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. Right, so uh, let's say, uh, you know, an Israelite woman, okay, uh, or even a virgin, all right, the point where you can say, okay, I want to marry her, all right, because I know that, I want to have sex with her, because she's my type, or, she believes in the power of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, all right. Basically, uh, you don't want to burn white. You don't want to, make yourself unclean. You don't want to, according to the law, you don't want to think all the time about women. All right. So that's not what you want. All right. You want that in these times. All right. That's how you actually should understand it also. All right. So that's why you can't think about. All right. Just to marry. All right. Just to, uh, just to get it out. Just to get it. You know. And then you can think about other things, all right. But scriptures also say you will think more about how you please the woman, about and not the most high. It's basically your thing, all right. You have to think about it yourself, all right, because every brother has a different even understanding of that, all right. But every brother is a man, all right, because the Israelites are real men, all right. And we all need women, of course, all right. But we also understand that you know uh, sex is important, all right. We understand that. So that's maybe the reason why you want to marry. And even when she can help you in some point, right, you basically can do better videos if you have a woman, all right. That's also evident, all right. You know, there's much reason to get a woman in these times, but then not, you know, to basically try to be on your own, all right. So you have to think about it for yourself, all right, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, is not a power of, you know, want to, you know, he's not a power of to want to steal us fun here or something, you know, because he gives us more women than you can wish for in the kingdom, all right. You see, if you keep the law, all right, he will give you, you know, a palace with you know, women with, you know, clothes what you never saw, all right. Even their bodies will be perfect, all right. So, you know, you will have women what you don't even uh, see here, all right. All right, so, you know, this, you know, if you have like 100 celebrity women, all right, one of them is the most beautiful, all right, and that's the only woman what you will get, all right. You know what I mean? Okay, thousands upon thousands of virgins, all right. So, you know, so of course, you know, you have to think about things yourself, all right. But as I said, all right, uh, you know, as it's written, all right, for it is better to marry than to burn. You see, so you have to think about it, all right. But if they cannot contain that they marry, all right. So as I said, all right, you don't go out there and date, all right. If you know, if you know what I mean, the red pill, all right. So you really don't date in that common understanding what these people have right now, especially in these last days, all right. But what you can do is actually marry, all right. You can actually marry if you want it, all right. And yeah, that's basically it, all right. But let's get some other words, all right, because you talked about pulling out, not pulling out, but you know, doing it out, all right. It's the luck for my English, okay. So this basically goes into that, all right, because you know that's you know, a little bit what every brother has to think about, all right. There's also a brother who said that, you know, you don't know who a kid may be, all right, if you know, if she's really pregnant, all right, you don't know if it's maybe even some apostle coming back, all right, as reincarnation. You don't know that, man, all right. But you know, you don't want you don't want kids in these days, all right. Nah, man, all right, you don't want it. You know, let's get it real quick, okay. Uh, let's get it, okay. Woe, okay, woe, and you know, if you read woe in the scriptures, all right, it has to do with destruction, okay. And destruction, you know, comes to the point where it is said about World War III, all right, it's a woe. It's said about World War II, it's a woe, all right, it's the first and the second woe, the first and the second World War. Okay, and guess what? The next World War is the third woe, okay? And that's the same point, all right? Woe to them, all right, that have kids in these days, all right? Woe to them that are with kids, all right? All right, so basically, you know, it's basically written, all right, woe to or destruction to them that are with kids, all right? That's basically what's written, all right? And you know our master, all right? He's harsh, man, all right? He is really harsh, all right? So that's what he said, all right? And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, all right? And you know, if we go by now, what we're seeing, all right, and what we prophesy in part, all right, it's actually, all right, if she would get pregnant in these days, all right, it would be actually the point where she will give suck, all right, in these days, all right, because you know, there's not much time, all right. So basically, you know how it looks, all right. that would be, you know, the last words on this verse, alright? And even when it's the first words on this verse, alright, you know, it's basically a woman, alright? But you know, I think this will help you, alright? I hope so. And you know, so you know, that's basically the answer to that, okay? And of course, we don't wear condoms in the kingdom, alright? We don't wear condoms in the kingdom, of course, okay? Because this is nonsense, man, alright? This is nonsense, okay? This is a kingdom, alright, for men, alright, that will come, not for women, alright? Because the women are in the kingdom right now, alright? So be sure about that, alright? If you, you know, if you really think about the kingdom, alright, it will be much greater than you can't even imagine, alright? So, of course, we don't wear condoms, okay? And, you know, that's a really good question, really good, you know, inspiration, alright? You know, and, you know, tawada for that, alright? And, you know, let's keep on, alright? This is how far we already get, alright? Let's keep on, alright? And you know, I think that you subscribed already to the elders, and you get, you know, you received much edification, alright, for the time. So basically, you know, that's what it's about, man. Alright, keep doing what you're doing, alright, with that understanding, alright. It's, you know, there can be you know, there can be no stone in your way, so to speak, alright. And basically, you know, I hope it will help you, alright? Shalom. And, you know, Brakta Washai. Brakta Yawa, Brakta Washai. Kalalayim Yawa, Bashim Yawashai, Hawaka Kodash. Alright. Shalom.